Hello dear students, welcome to online classes. Today we are going to read lesson number 4 in the Kingdom of Fools. So in previous classes we have discussed 3 or 4 paragraphs, and today we will continue with the next paragraphs. Okay, so first of all I will just revise, means I will give you a small recap of this chapter. So this chapter is written by A.K. Ramanujan, and it is a Kannada folk tale. So actually this is a story of Kingdom of Fools, where the king and ministers both were fools, and they both had decided that they will change the rule of the nature, means day will be night and night will be day, and all the people of that kingdom, they are supposed to work according to their rule and law. Okay, means as they had to go for their field at daytime, so now after the rule they had to go to their field and businesses at night time, and they had to get up at daytime, means night time. Okay, so everything was going well. So one day what happened, two strangers, means guru and disciple, four characters till now we just came to know. Okay, so guru and disciple, they both entered in that kingdom, and according to that it was very beautiful, and they were very happy. So they were surprised to see that nobody was there at daytime. When the evening came, so they found, means everybody was opening their shops, opening their gates, opening their door, and they were going for field, and they were going for businesses, so many things. So they were very surprised to see all that things. So as you know that they were very hungry, so they had decided to purchase all groceries, and there they were astonishment, means they were very surprised to find, means every different things what they wanted, they were getting at a single dudu, means at the same price. Even a bunch of bananas, even a 100 kg or 1 kg or 2 kgs of price, means everything they were getting at same price. So they were very happy, they were very delighted. So they had eaten, they had cooked, and they had eaten. So at the eating time, his guru realized that this is no place for them. This is no place for them, means it was not safe for them to live over there. Okay, so guru convinced, but disciple did not agree with him. He said that he would live there. As you know that he was very greedy, and he was getting all the things at a very cheap cost. Okay, so but his guru said that okay, if you want to live here you can live, but I am going to leave this place. This is not a safe place. So after saying this, he left that place, and here his disciple, he was enjoying overeating, and he became very fat, just like a street sacred bull. So now we will start from here. Yes. One bright day, a thief broke into a rich merchant's house. So everything was going well. Everything is going well. But here, a turning point came into his life, disciple's life. From here, you will get to know that how it will turn his life, how it will change his life. Okay, so what happened here? One day a thief broke into what? Rich merchant's house. He had made a hole in the wall and sneaked in, and as he was carrying out his loot, the wall of the old house collapsed on his head and killed him on the spot. So one day what happened? One day the thief had entered, he just made a hole of the hole of a rich merchant. As he entered from there, through there, and when he was coming back after looting all the things from the rich merchants, and when he was carrying with the loot, so what happened at that time? What happened at that moment? The wall was collapsed on him and he was killed over there at the same place where he was just coming from that. So when he came out, he did not came out, means he did not come out. The wall was collapsed and he was killed at the same place, at the same, means on the spot. Okay, his brother ran to the king and complained. Whose brother? The question is, whose brother? Thief's brother. Okay, thief's brother, he just went to the king's kingdom, king's palace, and he just wanted to justice for his brother. So he went over there and he complained to the king, and what he said over there, your highness, when my brother was pursuing his ancient trade, a wall fell on him and killed him. He did not say that his brother went to loot. Instead of saying that, he said that he went for ancient trade. Trade means purchasing and buying and purchasing. Okay, selling and purchasing. Okay, so he went over there and he said, your highness, my brother went to rich merchant's house for trading, and there he was killed because of the war. Okay, so there he was killed. This merchant is to blame. He should have built a good strong wall. So actually he went over there and he complained to the king and he said that, please do justice. My brother went to rich merchant's house and there he was killed. Why he was killed? Because the merchant, he just made his wall very weak. So because of the weak wall collapsed on him and he was killed over there. So only the blame goes to rich merchant, because he should have built a good strong wall. Okay, you must punish the wrongdoer and compensate the family for this injustice. Okay, now your highness, now you are justice, means you are judge, and please judge and please do justice for the justice who got injustice and who did wrongdoer. Okay, so please do something. He was just appealing, he was just complaining, he was just requesting to the king, please do justice for my brother, because my brother went over there for ancient trading. But what happened, what the result he got? He was killed over there because of the weak wall, and weak wall made by only his rich merchant. So rich merchant should have built a strong wall so that nobody would kill by the wall. Okay, the king said justice will be done, don't worry, and at once summoned the owner of the house. Okay, after listening all this story, after listening all this complaint, and he decided, yes, you will get justice, your brother will get justice, and I will do justice. So please call that owner of the house, means rich merchant. He just sent a summon to the owner of the house. When the merchant arrived, the king questioned him, what is your name? When the merchant arrived, so the king asked, what is your name? It's a very simple thing. Such and such, your highness. Were you at home when the dead man burgled your house? So next question he asked, the king asked next question, that were you there when his brother burgled at your house? When? So he asked He said, yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. He broke in and the wall was weak. It fell on him. Yes, he is right. He is right means when he entered, I was there. I was there and he broke my wall, means my house wall, and because of weak wall, it was just fell on him. The accused pleads guilty. Your work killed this man's brother. You have murdered a man. We have to punish you. Okay, now you are guilty. Now you are guilty and you have killed this man's brother. And because of that only you have murdered a man, you will get punishment. You will get punishment because of your weak wall, innocent people die. Lord, said the helpless merchant, I did not put up the wall. It's really the fault of the man who built the wall. He did not build it right. You should punish him. As the king was going to punish him, he requested, Lord. He was very helpless and he shouted, Lord, I did not put the wall. I did not put the wall. It was not my mistake. It is totally mistake of the person who made that wall. Who made that wall, and you should punish him, not me, because I was not there to build the wall. Only the person who was building, who was making the wall, that was the responsible for this. Who is that? The king was very surprised and the king wanted to do justice. So because of that only, he started inquiring about all the related things. Who is that? The king asked, who is that? My lord, this wall was built in my father's time. I know the man. He is an old man now. He lives nearby. Actually, this house was built at my father's time, because at that time I was a child, and but I know about that person who was making this. Means I know the person who built this wall. I know very well, and he is very old now. He became very old, and he is living nearby my house. So you can call that person and you can punish him only, because I was not the guilty means that you are going to punish me. The king sent out messengers to bring in the bricklayer who had built the wall. They brought him, tied hand and foot. Okay. As the king was suggested by the rich merchant said that the wall and the house was built at my father's time. At that time I was a child, so I know about the person who was making who was just constructing my house. So it is better to call that person, because that was a real culprit, that was a real person who is the responsible for this, and I know that where he is living. He said that he is living nearby my house. So as he was suggested, means the king was suggested, so king realized that he was going to do a very wrong thing with the rich merchant. So he just called his soldiers, he just called his minister, so that he could call that bricklayer. And the bricklayer was brought over there by the soldiers, and he was tied with his hands and his foot, both were tied with a rope. Means he was the guilty, so because of that only they were behaving with him as a prisoner. Okay. You there, did you build this man's wall in his father's time? Yes, my lord, I did. Yes, my lord, I did. What kind of wall is this that you built? It has fallen on a poor man and killed him. You have murdered him. We have to punish you by death. So now, he started inquiring about the wall. Means, how did you build? The king asked, were you there? Were you there means, did you build this man's house at his father's age? Means, when he was a child and when his father called you to construct his house, so at that time, were you there? Did you build his house? So he agreed, yes, my lord. Yes, I did it. I built it. He agreed. So he said, what kind of wall of this that you made, and it just fallen down on a poor people and he died? You have murdered that people. You have murdered that innocent man. So now you are a guilty and you will get punishment. You have to be punished. You have to punish you by death. So now you are the guilty. So before the king could order the execution, the poor bricklayer pleaded, please listen to me before you give your orders. It's true, I built this wall and it was no good. But that was because my mind was not on it. As he was going to give order to his soldiers, order to his minister, to give him punishment, to give him execution, but as he was going to do, so at the same time he requested, the poor bricklayer pleaded, requested, what he said? Please listen to me before you give your orders. Please listen to me. Yes, I agree. Yes, it is true. Yes, I agree that I built this man, means I built this wall of that house. I built it. I agreed. And it is true. And I agree also that it was not good because of that, or it was fallen on that poor man. But it happened because my mind was not concentrated at that time. Means my mind was not there when I was constructing that wall. He had given excuses. What he had given, why he had given, let's see. I remember very well a dancing girl who was going up and down that street all day with her anklets jingling, and I could not keep my eyes or my mind on the wall I was building. You must get that dancing girl. I know where she lives. He agreed. He agreed. And he said that it was not his mistake, because his mind was not there at that time, means he was not concentrating at that time, means when he was building the house, building the wall. And he said, what he said? He said it was because of that dancing girl. Why? Why he had given this, means why he had blamed to that dancing girl? Because the dancing girl was going up and down in that street again and again she was going up and down. So because of that, the sound of that anklets jingling, it disturbed my mind, it disturbed my concentration. So because of that only I built a very weak wall. Here I agreed. Your Highness, my Lord, I agree that I built a very weak wall. He agreed. Miss Bricklayer accepted his mistake, but he also accepted that it happened because of the dancing girl. The dancing girl was going up and down in that street, and because of that Her anklet sound was disturbing his concentration, and because of that only he just made a very weak wall, and it was fallen over the poor man. And now he also told to king that he knew the place where she was living. Okay, and please, you must get that girl. Because of that girl only you are going to punish a very innocent people, means he said. Okay. Oh, you are right. You are right. The case depends. The case depends. We must look into it. It is not easy to judge such complicated cases. Let's get that dancer wherever she is. Oh, you are right. You are right. Means you said that it is not your mistake. It is because of that dancing girl. So you are right. Something is there. Something means some deepness is in that story, and we will get to that deepness and we will find the real culprit of this accident. Okay, and we must look into it. And you know what? It is very difficult to judge a very complicated cases. Now it is a very complicated cases. It is very complicated case. So because of that, we should go into the deepness of that case. Okay, we will call that dancer, that dancing girl, and we will find the truth. What is the truth? What is the reason behind it? Why she was disturbing the bricklayer, and why he had built a very weak wall? He said this statement, and he said, and he summoned. It's a very interesting story. He summoned the person, he summoned the dancing girl, and then the dancing girl, now an old woman, came trembling to the court. When he called, so what he found means everybody became very cold at that time, means that dancing girl also became a very old woman, and when she came, so she was trembling, means she was just trembling, means she was unable to come properly as we walk, we run in our young age. So, did you walk up and down that street many years ago while this poor man was building a wall? Did you see him? Did you see him? So what he said when she was summoned, when she was in the king's palace, so the king asked, did you walk? Means he started inquiring, and he asked, did you walk when this poor man, when this bricklayer was constructing the rich man's wall, so at the same time you were walking in that street? Did you walk at that time up and down in that street many years ago? Yes. Yes, my lord, I remember it very well. Yes, my lord, I remember it very well. So you did walk up and down with your anklets jingling. You were young and you distracted him, so he built a bad wall. She agreed, yes, my lord, I was walking up and down. So here the king said, so because of that only you were very young and you were coming up and down, so because of your sound of anklets, it distracted the mind of the poor man, means bricklayer, who just built a very bad wall, and because of that only the bad wall was collapsed onto the poor man who just went to the rich merchant's house for ancient trading according to the brother of thief. But here you are the culprit and you will be the punishment, means you will get punishment. So till now we have got so many characters. First character, king, minister, guru and disciple. Then thief was killed, thief's brother, and then rich merchant, and then bricklayer, and then dancing girl. See, till now we have studied 8 characters. So these are very important characters. You should remember it, you should learn it, and you should correlate with all characters each other, so that you will get understand the story of this chapter and the gist of this chapter, what the folktale wanted to teach you and what the writer A.K. Ramanujan wanted to teach. Okay, so till now I think you have understood very well, and in next class I will explain next paragraphs. So till then, thank you so much.